In the last video, I showed you how to create an image block to upload an image. One of the cool things you can do with Mahara is create an image gallery where you can actually have a block of more than one images showing, and there are different designs that you can include in your image gallery. So I'm going to show you how to do this on your profile page. I'll start by clicking Create Pages and then going to the profile page. Now what I've done to prepare is I've created a space in the middle where my image gallery is going to go. So let's get started. If I click on Edit this page, I go into the Design view. And what I need to do is I need to scroll down and I need to go to the Files and Image and Video tab and select this feature here, which is the image gallery. So the first thing I do is I drag it into the box where it wants to go, like that. Then I'm going to give it a name. And I'm going to say Norm Nice Food, which you'll understand in a moment. And then I can make it retractable automatically. I'm going to leave that. And here's a choice I have. If I've got all my images in the one folder, then I can just simply select the folder and it'll make a gallery of those images. Or I can actually choose which images I want to display. Now I find this is a better option, so I'm going to select this. And then what I've got to do now is go and select the images that I want to have in my gallery. Now I've got my images actually in my image folder, so I click on, but I don't actually want all of them to be selected. I just want the food ones. So what I do is I click on, pressing the select button, those images that are of food. So this one, and this one, and this one, and finally this one. And when I select them, they go upstairs to here to form the images to go into the gallery. Now if I scroll down, I've got a number of options in terms of the style of my gallery. I can either have it as thumbnails. Now thumbnails are tiny images which when you click on get larger, which are square, which means it will force them all to be the same shape. Or I could go for a slideshow, so they move across and I've got a slideshow of a particular width which I can change to. Or I can go for thumbnails, which simply takes the image and shrinks them down but won't make them all the same shape. So let's have a look at the different views. I'm going to start with thumbnails. So press Save, and here's my gallery. And you can see they've gone in as thumbnails, which actually looks not too bad. Let's have a look at the view in the normal view. Click on Done and go into Profile Page. So there they are there. So if I click on each one, you can see they open up in a window of their own. So that is the normal gallery view. Let's try the square gallery. So again, I go into it and I click on Configure because I want to make changes to it. Scroll down and select Thumbnails Square. Now notice also I could change the width of the thumbnails. Now let's just try and put this up a little bit. If I change this to 100, and sometimes you just got to play about with this till it matches the shape. That's actually not too bad. 100. Let's see if I go slightly wider. If I take this to say 120, that might fit in a bit better. There we go. That looks quite good. Now you can see they're square, so they're slightly distorted. If I click on it, I actually get to see the picture as it would normally look. So it's only a little bit strange just to fit in here. So that's the square view. And then if I scroll down and this time select Slideshow, now again I'm going to alter 400 because I know roughly that space is, let's say 150. Let's try that and press Save. What does it look like now? So my slideshow, well, actually maybe I could have it slightly wider because it's gone to normal side. My slideshow looks like this. If I click on these arrows, which I have to do in the normal view, click on Done and go to Profile Page. If I click on these, it acts like a slideshow. So I can see each one in turn, and I guess if I click on it, I see it in the kind of large view. If I go back just finally to the editing, can I make the changes to that slideshow so the pictures are slightly bigger? So I've got 150. What if I go with the original size that it said and just press save? Well, you can see unfortunately that it's going into my other picture, so I might have to go and make a few little changes here. And you can see it's a little bit like trial and error, which can sometimes be a little bit frustrating. Let's try 200. And you can see I've got a little bit more to go. Well, I'm going to plonk in between the two and try 300. And obviously you can spend a little bit more time doing this than I. 300 you can see is just a little bit too much. Last go. Let's do 270. Because I quite like the slideshow view. So what I'm really looking for is some space between each, and that actually looks pretty much exactly what I want. Let's click on done. Let's go back and view it in normal view, and there is my slideshow.